my channel. So it's that time of the month again where I show you all the products that I have been loving throughout the previous month, which was October, and I cannot believe we are in November already. I know you must hear this on everyone's channel and everyone that does this kind of video. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe the year's going by so fast, but really, where is the time going? Yeah, not long till Christmas, not long until we're in 2016. How weird and crazy. I always find it quite weird, like adjusting into a new year, just because of the number of the year. But yeah, anyways, let's get on with this video because I've got quite a few amazing things to show you, and yeah, a few of them are drugstore, so this is good. Right, let's get started. First up, it's a product that you've seen on my channel loads recently. I have included it in a few tutorials, and that is because I am absolutely loving it, and I think it's such an amazing go-to product, and it's the Maybelline The Nudes eyeshadow palette. So this palette has 12 eyeshadows in it, and it does come with a little brush, but I seem to have lost mine. I always lose the brushes that come with like mini palettes. I don't know why. But yeah, it's got 12 eyeshadows in it, and I think they are all of such an amazing quality. They feel so high-end to use. The shades in this palette are amazing. They're so versatile. You honestly can create so many different looks with this. If you're looking for something that's going to give you kind of like a day to night palette, this is the one. If you're looking for just a daytime palette, an evening palette, honestly, it's such a good palette, which is why I've been able to do quite a few tutorials including this, just because it's just such a good go-to. The recent tutorials that I have done using this are my last one, which was my Diwali makeup, and I've used it in a few others. I'll make sure I will link them down below in the description box if you would like to see how I've used this in different tutorials, so I'll do that for you. But yeah, it's just such a good palette and well worth the money. It's such good value for money, I would say. So yeah, Maybelline The Nudes palette, you absolutely nailed it with this one. Another Maybelline product that I'm kind of obsessed with at the minute is the Master Sculpt contouring palette in the shade 02 Medium Dark, and it's this one right here. So you've got this circle here in the palette, and most of it is the contour shade, and you have like a section of a highlight shade. I haven't actually used the highlight shade just yet, just because I find that it is a little bit glittery. However, the contour shade, for my skin tone personally, I obviously haven't tried the other ones because they don't suit my skin tone, but this one honestly is so good for my skin tone. It's got such a good kind of like greyness to it, like a grey undertone, because you guys know I love a grey undertone to a contour powder. It's not like bronzing. So as for a contouring product, it's kind of got the right amount of warmth, but it's also got the right amount of like a grey undertone, like a cool tone shadow. Yeah, I find that this one is a really good dupe for my MAC Pro sculpting powder. You guys have seen me use that in almost every single one of my tutorials for contouring, but I've now stopped using that, and I now just use this every single day because I honestly feel like it's just as good and it's just the most perfect. So next I have a drugstore favourite, and then I'm going to move on to a few high-end favourites. But this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer. What a mouthful. This is such an amazing dupe for the Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC. You must have seen this on YouTube for ages because yeah, it's been around for a long time, and it is well loved by a lot of people, including myself. I personally wouldn't bother purchasing the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer because this is honestly just as good quality. It's got a great matte finish, full coverage, and it doesn't crease. So that is what I love about both concealers, and this is like a fraction of the price of the MAC one. So honestly, such a good concealer. I get mine from a store called Beauty Base. So if you have one nearby, they actually have a whole range of the LA Girl cosmetics brand, so blushes and bronzers as well. So yeah, if you're nearby a Beauty Base, they do actually stock LA Girl. Otherwise, you can get it online. My next favourite is one that I'm actually wearing on my lips right now, and it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Vamp. I wore this in my vampire makeup look, which I will link down below for you. I actually used the Maybelline contour palette in that video as well. So if you want to see them both in action, then I'll leave that video down below. I honestly, I'm not going to lie, I love that look. I'm obsessed. But yeah, this liquid lipstick, as you can see, is just so gorgeous, and it's so great for this time of year. It just fits into this kind of season, those kind of vampy, darker colours. And the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I honestly feel that these liquid lipsticks wear really nicely on the lips. Not only do they feel quite comfortable, they last for absolute ages. I wore one of these to a wedding recently, and I remember asking people like, oh, has my lipstick come off? Has it come off? And everyone was like, Anchal, you've had your food, you've had like something to drink, your lipstick is on, like stop asking. So honestly, if you're looking for something that's super long wearing, then I would give these a go, and they're really nice and easy to apply as well. My next favourite is one that you would have seen in my Sephora haul video, and if you haven't seen that, I will link it down below for you. But it's the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, and this is the waterproof liquid eyeliner. So in that video you would have noticed me say, or heard me say, that I never really use liquid liners. I just don't find them very comfortable to use, and sometimes I really just don't like the finish of them either. But I find that this liquid liner is so good. It's got a really nice thin nib, so you're able to get a really nice sharp wing, and you've got great control over it. Also, the fact that you can hold it like a pen is fantastic. I can't stand liquid liners that have really fat pens, and they just make it really uncomfortable for you to hold. You know, it's nerve-wracking enough trying to create an amazing wing liner on both eyes, but then you're trying to like hold onto this pen and have control of it, and then you've got a huge nib on the end of it, and it's all too much. So I like something that's gonna keep it nice and simple for me, where I can get control and I can make the line as thin or as thick as I like. So that is why I love this liner. And also, where it says that this liner is waterproof, it honestly really is. I get watery eyes, and sometimes when I wear liner, it just can gather at the corners, the outer corners of my eyes. But when I wore this, that didn't happen whatsoever, and no liner budged at all. So it was really good. Lastly, I obviously have a highlighter. Actually, I have 3. What? Oh, okay. Right, I have to go and get the other one. Okay, I'll start with these because these ones are limited edition. If you can get your hands on them, go and get them. But it's the new MAC highlighters from their, I don't even know what collection this is. I think it's the Enchanted Night or something like that. But it's their most recent collection that came out. And honestly, the packaging is gorgeous. I got both of the highlighters. So one of them is more of a goldy, bronzy kind of highlighter, and this is in the shade Shaft of Gold. And then the other one, which is to die for, is called Oh Darling, and I honestly think it's Whisper of Guilt, but they've just renamed it to be cheeky. That's genuinely what I think. I've seen swatches of Whisper of Guilt next to this, and they are exactly the same. So I think MAC are just trying to pull a fast one. Brownie points for whoever guessed this one right, and it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator. I showed you guys this in my Sephora haul video, and I mentioned to you there that I'm totally obsessed with this, and I just think it's gorgeous and beautiful, and yeah, nothing's changed. I still love it. This obviously isn't limited edition, so if you couldn't get your hands on the MAC Oh Darling one, then I think that they're almost basically the same. So yeah, this isn't limited edition, so go and get your hands on this if you feel like this is the kind of shade of highlighter that you want. And P.S. to the girl who stopped me on the train this morning, thank you so much. I'm so sorry I had to get off the train and I couldn't talk. Mwah. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I just whizzed through that whole thing, but I bet you I've been talking for absolute ages, which is probably why I am out of breath right now. I was like, oh my god, I need to breathe. But yeah, if you did like this video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you'd love to see from me next, because I haven't done a requested video in a little while, and I would really love to. And also let me know what your favourites are, because why not? And subscribe if you'd love to see more, and I shall see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye!